Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633, and today I'm bringing a review of the Transformers Generations Age of Extinction Decepticon Lockdown. Now, Lockdown is one of the best, if not the best, movie villain we got in the Transformers verse so far, and it does pretty nice to transition into the toy form, except for a few major issues, and I don't know, there's something about this figure that has a bit of a problem, which I'll show in the video. Anyways, we're going to take a quick look at the box. We have Decepticon Lockdown, Hasbro, Transformers, a really nice design of Lockdown up there, Transformers 4. And then on the back it says, Lockdown captures everything he tracks. Few of the targets have outmaneuvered him, and even fewer have escaped his prisons. Now, the merciless bounty hunter set his sights on the Autobots, and sold separately, obviously, would be Strafe and Drift, I guess in the same way that he's in, even though he's technically 2.5. Anyways, we'll take a quick look at... what's with me today? Take a quick look at Lockdown. As you can see, it's got a really nice, just like the Bumblebee, it's got a nice kind of a blue shine through it. So it's a nice design, but he is a bit on the chunky side, because you can see his main body is really bulky and it looks kind of out of place. The best part of the Lockdown figure, though, is that you can actually remove the gun off his hand, and just like in the movie, you can actually take these little peg here, peg it into a little hole that's on the top of his head, and once you get that all straightened out, because sometimes his head is a little loose, so it causes to have a problem to not really line properly, so sometimes it gets out of the way. But if you get it done properly, then he has the infamous gun face, as you see in the movie. The cool part also is that it's got a, what's it called, a pullback missile, where you pull back this component, and then it fires the missile. So, no need for springs, no need for push missiles. It's a really nice component that you just push back, and it can easily come off. So, now that we got the gun off, we'll take a quick look at the articulation points. His head is on a ball joint, which allows full movement. His arms are on ball joints, so allows full movement. He's got single jointed elbows. His arms can kind of swivel, but due to huge panels, it can kind of get in the way, so yeah. But that's mainly due to transformation. He's got no waist articulation, but his legs are on, I guess, this kind of joint. I'm not sure really what to call this kind of joint, but allows full movement outward and inward. It's got a 90-degree, well, just about a 90-degree knee joint. And his feet can pivot, all mostly due to transformation. So he's got an okay amount of articulation, but overall not too spectacular. Now, the major problem with this figure is that, comparing him with just another one of the Deluxe figures, since I have Bowman nearby, is that he is extremely short in rope mode. Now, I don't have Optimus here with me, but just looking at this, you can kind of see where the major problem is. Especially when you look at, for those who haven't seen the movie, I guess I can go by the trailers, he is just about Optimus' height. Now, if the new version of the Optimus is in a leader class, and he's in a Deluxe class, you can kind of see where the major problem is. He'll just be way too short, but that's mainly due to the fact that his vehicle mode is a car. So if they made him a Voyager or a leader, that wouldn't make any sense for his car mode, so that's why unfortunately I had to make a Deluxe class. The only thing they could have done is, like in the previous Lockdowns, that they had a way to cheat, where a component of the leg would actually extend upward, or in another shape or matter, so it allows him to become taller. But unfortunately, they didn't do it with this figure, so it doesn't work out as too much here, so that's really unfortunate. Take Bumblebee away. And now go on to the transformation. Now what you're going to do here is turn the hands so that they lay flat. Unpeg this entire body component, so now you got this entire component free. Pull out little chest pieces here. Pull this down. Turn this entire piece around so that it faces in this direction. pull down this entire component. Make sure that you got everything aligned, so now it actually stretches out further. So now you got it like this. Push this entire leg piece component down like this. Lay it flat. Make sure that you lay the feet flat too. Peg everything down, so let's see why it's not... Oh, that's right, I got confused here. You're actually supposed to turn this around, and the little peg will peg into the hole right there. So we're just going to peg these together. And close up the feet like this. Lay flat, and you almost got the entire vehicle mode done. So it's rather simplistic. Next, you're going to push these components in, like this, and make sure that everything is put together properly. Going to need to slide these little components over so that they're actually above instead of below. Then, to finish out the transformation, all you need to do is plug these back here. And there you have him in his... I'm trying to remember what it was called. The Lamborghini mode. Now, it's got a very nice transformation scheme, although simplistic. And it actually reminds me of the classic / universe, or whatever you want to call it, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker mode, and that's kind of ironic since they're using the Lamborghini mode as well. So this shoulder component right here kind of reminds me of how the knee pad pieces formed on those. Now another problem with this figure, as you can see here, is that it's cool that they actually made it so that the windows are down in this mode, but at the same time it just feels like something should be there and it's not there, so it looks kind of distracting. What's cool though is that the light actually goes in, you can see a lot of the blue, so it's got a very slick, awesome vehicle mode, but it just kind of gets distracted with these windows. Obviously the bottom, unfortunately, you see a lot of kibble, including the feet and the head, which is in a very weird place. All four wheels can turn with no problem, so that's a really good thing. I like it when the car transformers actually do that. It gets problematic when not all four of the wheels, or how many wheels it has, turns. And it's good that this figure does that. What you can also do is take these little two pegs up here. You can peg them into the hole right here. So now you got this armed up car mode. So this doesn't look too spectacular, but I could see that they at least gave you a way to store it in vehicle mode. So overall, it's not too bad of a figure. To transform it, what you're going to do next is unpeg everything. So you just unpeg the pieces, components here. Slide them over so that it becomes the shoulder pad pieces. Unpeg the components down here so you can free everything. So it looks like that. Pull it on the legs, unpeg it, turn these around so that they face forward, push up the component here, turn this entire piece around, push it in, make sure that you push in these pieces first, peg them together, push up this entire component here so that it faces out here like that. Pull up the arms outward and turn the hands. There you have, and I accidentally put these backwards, so there you have Lockdown back in his robot mode. Now, for such a great character in the movieverse, I am disappointed to see how lackluster of a figure he ended up becoming. And that's very unfortunate, since the character was really awesome in the movie. Overall, this figure is still pretty good representation of the character, minus the major problems that it has. But overall, it's still a really nice figure, and it's still really worthwhile. This one I got at Target, since got it one day with the big restock day, so I got lucky and picked it up. Overall, it's still a nice figure, except, yeah, it does have more problems here and there. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, check out Toko News, here at Takara, Rajio, Nihon, and the channels down below, and it's to YouTube. Bye.